Welcome to Video Guys Newsday Tuesday. Tuesdays at 2 p.m. You give us 20 minutes to a half hour. We're going to teach you about the products we sell and the new technologies that are out there. Today's show, a workflow show. Today's show is all going to be about the Gtech Evolution Series workflow, specifically with products like the RED cameras and Atomos field recorders. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to start on talking about RED. You know, RED are cinema cameras. These are high-end professional cameras. They shoot in 4K, 5K, up to 8K. High resolutions, bigger file sizes, bigger issues with moving those files around, and you want to get them off of the media that you're recording on, which is very expensive and limited, into bigger media that has a whole ton of space in it. So now let's get into, without further ado, let's get into today's show on Gtech Evolution Series workflows with RED and Atomos. Once again, the folks at Gtech have done a great job creating an entire workflow solution that covers more than just storage. It covers how to best get the data, get those video files out from the camera into the storage solution. The storage solution we're going to talk about today that we're really featuring is this puppy right here. This is the G-Speed Shuttle XL. It is a 8-bay product that you see here. It's populated with 6 drives, and then 2 drives are readers. What we have in the readers is we have a RED mag reader and we have an Atomos reader, but you can also put in that reader raw drives. We're going to go into that a little bit in a few moments. Okay, we're focusing the beginning of the show on the RED workflow. We'll get to the Atomos one afterwards. Basically, this is a phenomenal workflow that's great in the field and in the studio. We have people who will take these big drives into the field with them. There's also a 4-bay small unit that's a little more portable. We have hard cases that you can get for these so you can bring them with you. You can transfer the data into them while you're in the field, then bring it in, plug it into your editing laptop. That could be in the motel, that could be in the hotel, that could be in your studio, that could be in your house. Doesn't matter, these drives can go wherever you want. The current models that we're showing off here are Thunderbolt 3 connectivity. We feel that's the way to go. And let's roll a little video we have on the workflow itself.
Quickly eject the mag using the 1 and 2 user keys. Now you've got a few different options when it comes to offloading RED mags. But one of my personal favorites is the Gtech EV Series RED Mini Mag reader. You can power it directly and use it standalone via USB 3.0, or you can use it in one of the various Gtech EV Series products. It's going to be great for getting you out of here on time because it allows for fast transfers as well as multiple simultaneous offloads through Thunderbolt.
All right, we're back. Now I want to go into there's a great diagram that the folks at Gtech and RED put together. So I want to bring that up full screen, Eddie, so people can really see it. This is the workflow basically outlined where you're taking the RED mini mags, you're putting it into the EV reader, then you're putting the reader into the shuttle. The shuttle is set up in a RAID 5 or a RAID 6, so you're getting redundancy. You can also, if you want to use one of the bays to be for a raw reader, you can use it for that. You're archiving, you're backing up, and then you're taking your project and you're editing it directly Thunderbolt 3 with PC or Mac, doesn't matter. All right, good. That was great for the full screen stuff. Now what I want to do is I want to talk about just these files are that big. So here, this is something we pulled off of the RED site. You can see they have a recording time little module here that can just show you how big RED files are. So if you were to get a Gemini 5K full format, 24 frame rate, 5.1 RED code at 480 space, that would be 81 minutes. That's it. So if you're shooting with 2 or 3 cameras and you're shooting for a full day, think about the amount of data you're creating. If you were to be using a Monstro, you would only have 51 minutes of recording. So we just wanted to bring that up so you could have an idea of just how big these files are and how much space they take up. All right. Before we get into the actual RED mag here, I want to show you how we do it ourselves. So we're going to go to some cameras. I'm going to show you. Here's a RED camera right here. What we're going to do is we're going to take out the mag. Wait, pop this. Pull the mag out. We're going to take this mag, we're going to put it right into the shuttle right here. There it is. You can see it's right there. It's small. This is a reader. This reader cartridge, and I'm going to do this, Eddie. I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going off script. This is something you can actually pull out, just like you can pull out drives and replace drives, so that's really cool. Hot swappable. Not hot swappable, but swappable. You'll copy your files over to the big bay, and then you'll be ready to go. Your files are all copied. That's great. I'm going to put that file, I'm going to put it back in, and I'm good to go. We have these G Drive raw drives available too. This is a raw drive SSD that can go in it. What I want to do is I'm going to pull the reader out, Eddie. So if we can zoom in on this, hopefully it'll go smooth for me. Sometimes, yeah, here we go. Here's the RED reader. You can see it takes the RED mag cards right there. This is the RED reader. And what I'm going to show you can pop in is I can take this one here. This is the raw SSD. I'm using a raw SSD because I think this is high-end workflows. It should be SSD, but you use spinning drives also. I take that off, and now I can put this raw in here as well, and I can be copying files to it if I wanted to. So it's a really cool workflow that I really think is something that everyone needs to be doing. I'm going to put this back in if you don't mind. I'm sorry about that, folks, taking a little bit of your time, but it also shows how just easy it is to quick and change this stuff. The RED mag reader that I showed you is $199. You read your cartridges in, you're off to the races. This is a workflow that we've got a ton of people using, folks. This isn't something that just got created yesterday. You saw the folks at RED have a video about how to do it. The folks at Gtech have videos how to do it. We have customers using RED, whether you're renting RED cameras, you're owning RED cameras. Either way, this is a workflow that we recommend highly. But then I said this show was going to be about more than just RED. And it is. We're also going to talk about another high-end camera solution, and that's the Atomos field recorders. This is a Shogun Inferno. This is an SDR HDMI 7-inch field monitor, super high resolution. But what we really love about this is this product also is a field recorder. So it records to the drive. I have an SSD drive here. This is an actual SSD drive that the folks at Gtech make for Atomos. It's a little sticky to get it off, but that also tells you that it's a good connection. And then once again, just like I did with the RED mag, I can put this out. Eddie's on top of this today, let me tell you. Let's see if I am. Oh, of course I did it wrong. We pop this in, and now we can copy. Oh, there we go. We can copy the files now from my Atomos field recorder directly in. And let's, I think we have a little video on the Atomos. Let's roll that video too.
I've recently added the Atomos Shogun Inferno to my camera setup and brought it along on several shoots, including a recent music festival, and found it to be a perfect solution for capturing 4K HDR footage. This is a reliable capture solution for anyone who is looking for a high bright monitor that supports high frame rate recording and many other useful features, including tools for focus, framing, and exposure. Back in my studio, I simply remove the Atomos Master Caddy 4K and insert it into my G-Speed shuttle via the EV series reader. The drive instantly mounts and I can begin my footage transfer and backups. My workflow with G technology allows me to have a seamless solution from shoot through post.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. In this test, we showed we were using the Atomos Caddy that Atomos has put together, but you can also use the Gtech Caddy, but you can use the Atomos Caddies also in this reader also if you're using your own SSDs. We really like the fact that these are made for the workflow, but you can use a regular Atomos Caddy in the reader as well. All right. Now let's bring up the whole flow of all the products we're talking about here. If you want to bring this full screen for a second. Okay, so we have in the middle the Shuttle Excel EV series adapters. That's 6 drives, 2 adapters. We also have the Shuttle 4-bay, 2 drives, 2 adapters. Folks, I've been begging Gtech. I really want to see models that have 3 drives and a single adapter, where it would be either a RED-centric model that would come with a RED one, or a CFast with a CFast reader, or Atomos with the Atomos reader. I'm hoping that maybe by NAB they show me what I've been asking for. Then on the sides, you see we have the Atomos Master Caddy HD and 4K. And we also have the EV Series e-reader. So let's get into what some of the pricing and costs of these puppies are to get this going. Oh. All right, the Atomos Master Caddies basically start at $149.95 for the HD, for the 4K, 256. The 1 terabyte at $349.95, that's kind of the sweet spot. The 2 terabyte at $699.95 is also available. The reader, $99.95. And let's get into the shuttle, the 4-bay shuttles now. These are the 4-bay shuttle, the EV models that'll have 2 readers, 2 drives. So we have a 20 terabyte capacity for $1999.95, and we have a 24 terabyte capacity for $2299.95. Next, we have the Shuttle Excel. This is going to be the one we're showing here. This is going to be a 6-bay model. And if we could bring this pricing up full speed so everyone can read what's up there, Eddie, there we go, full screen. We have the 24 terabytes for $27.95, up to the 72 terabytes for $57.99.95. For me, the sweet spot is the 60 terabyte. That's 6 10 terabyte drives, $49.95. I also want to remind you that in a RAID condition. This is the total space in a RAID. You're going to give up at least one of the drives or possibly two of the drives in configuring your RAID. So a 60 terabyte drive, a 60 terabyte shuttle Excel in RAID 5 will give you 50 terabytes of usable space, or if you're in RAID 6 where 2 drives are redundant, it'll give you 40 terabytes of usable space. Also, as I went into before, we have the EV adapters for the EV series drives. These drives are great for backing up your information in the field directly from the mag, perhaps directly to this and bringing this into the studio, and also gives you a backup copy to have. Now, for the show, I was using the SSD one because, heck, it's just super fast and sexy and I love it, but you can also get the hard drive versions that are standard hard drives. The RAWs start at $70.95, the ATC with Thunderbolt are $169, and then we have the regular ones as well. All right. It's funny they call this, they're the natural selection. I really want to stress what an easy workflow solution this is, and when you get into it, you're going to find that you're getting more than just storage. You're getting a way to streamline your productions. You'll be able to take your footage easily from the camera to the storage. The storage is lightning fast, Thunderbolt 3, so you can get the files in and out of there as fast as possible. The card readers, we're showing it with the RED card reader. We showed you with the card reader that's no reader, that's just for the SSD or the RAW cartridge or the G Drive EV drives. We also have a reader for CFast if you're shooting with CFast, and of course we have the Atomos one. All this together works great, and it's a phenomenal solution. Now, we skipped over it a little bit, so I want to go back a couple of slides because it wasn't in the order I thought, but I do want to take some time to review the Atomos flavor of field recorders that they have out there. So the one that I showed you that was the main one we went with to start the show was the Shogun. This is the Shogun Inferno. It's 7-inch, super bright. It supports 4K, 60p. It is a phenomenal product. It's a field recorder and a monitor. This is the Shogun. Shogun means that it has SDI and HDMI. The Inferno flavor, the Ninja flavors are strictly HDMI. There's a Ninja Inferno and Ninja Flame as well as Shogun Inferno, Shogun Flame. Then they also have a 19-inch field monitor recorder, which uses the same cartridges can be used to move the files around. We actually use one of those as our production, and we use it for, in our workflow, we record the output of our show right to one of these cartridges in ProRes, which means we can immediately start editing in Avid or Adobe without any transcoding. And then also on the Ninja, there's a brand new product that came out that's super exciting, the Ninja V. That's really for mirrorless DSLRs. It's a 5-inch monitor, records. What's really cool about that product and the Shogun Inferno is now the folks at Atomos have unlocked ProRes RAW. That's another level of file that gives you even higher quality files. Right now, the only thing that really works with ProRes RAW is Final Cut Pro, but you know Adobe and Avid will be following soon enough. So I didn't think I gave the Atomos guys enough love here, so I wanted to get back to that if I could. And RED is available from dealers across the country. Videoguys does not sell RED cameras or RED accessories, but we wanted to include this workflow because we think it's so important. And if you're looking for a RED camera, give the folks at RED a call. Go to the RED website, and they'll point you in a dealer in your location and set you up with a camera and hopefully a shuttle Excel and a whole Gtech EV workflow, because anyone who's a RED dealer also has access to this Gtech workflow, which is very cool. All right, I think that concludes today's show. Let's talk about some shows that we have coming. Well, is today the 22nd? Yeah. Oh, so we have today's shows up there. Okay. The 29th show, we have a special guest coming in, Kane Peterson from Newtek. Now, I believe I will be in town for that show, so I'll be doing the show with Kane. And then we're going to have a spotlight guest on February 5th. I'm going to be out of town at the Avid Global Sales Conference. So who we're going to bring in for that show is we're going to bring in Janice again, and she's going to be interviewing with web streamer extraordinaire Tess Protesto from StreamGeeks and PTZ Optics. They're the ones we're using PTZ Optics cameras to in here. We use them all the time. We love their cameras. Tess's show StreamGeeks is a great way to learn about the products that are out there. It's a real informational show. They talk about workflows and streaming, and her and Paul have done a really great job there, so compliments to them. And that's going to be a really great show too. If you missed Janice's first show, she did a show last week with the folks at Epiphan that is probably the highest rated show ever done by someone named Janice. It's her first show. She did a great job. Compliments. Keep up the good work. All right, that concludes today's show on RED and Atomos stored on Gtech technology. I hope you like the show. I went a little fast on this show because I'm really trying to keep the shows under 20 minutes. I read a little thing on YouTube and on LinkedIn that really the attention span that people tend to have is 20 minutes, and that after 20 minutes people tend to go to sleep and log off, and that's where your watching rates really drop down. So I'm really going to try to get back on point and keeping these shows to 20 minutes. Today's show, I think we got in at about 15 minutes, a little faster. It's a workflow-based show. Once again, I want to remind you, if you're looking for any more information about this, pricing, costing, putting bundles together, maybe you want to get a shuttle Excel and you want to get some Atomos caddies, or maybe you want to get the Red Mag and some extra readers and stuff. We've got the readers, we've got the Excel drives, we've got the raw drives and the ATC drives. We're experts on the Gtech workflow. Give us a call at 800-323-2325. Go to the Videoguys website. We'd love to give you any help you need with how these products work together. This is Gary from Videoguys.com, Videoguys Newsday Tuesday. You give us 20 minutes. We're going to teach you about the technology, how it works, and how you can use it better. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter, which is Periscope. We're live on YouTube. Keep watching us. This video will be available on YouTube for you to watch forever as archive. But this is Gary from Videoguys. Thanks again for watching the show. Peace.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.